All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Press Play. We're kind of winging it today. We have absolutely no idea what we're going to talk about, but let's see what happens. We'll shoot the shit. What do you guys say?
Yeah, okay.
My boy Hyde over there looks like he's up to no good. Crunch looked like he got a couple of things on his mind. Frank is still thinking about glizzies.
So, so put it into context. How we talk about the glizzy?
Let's
And
give that a little bit of context here. You want me to do it, Hyde,
yeah,
or
yeah,
you
yeah.
want
Go
to?
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
So
ahead, go ahead.
So earlier we were talking about the orientations of how to set up the camera, and Crunch out of nowhere says, "Do I set it up in hot dog mode or or, or burger mode?" And we tried to figure out what the fuck he was talking about, and took us a little while to realize that Crunches eat his hot dogs like this.
No, no, no. So
sea,
correct
él
that.
buscó la manera menos heterosexual de comerse un hot dog.
So let me explain it. So I
No hay
went to
manera, no hay manera de que lo puedas hacer.
oh, I'm gonna explain it very well. So I went to elementary school in a predominantly rural white town called Lancaster, Pennsylvania. That is the home of the Amish people. And in elementary school, that's how they taught us hot dog versus hamburger, which is I've always thought it that
But
way. So
but
this,
show what we talking about. Horizontal. How's horizontal?
so
Yeah,
horizontal
good.
is a long way, and
Like that.
vertical
Like
with
what?
that,
Like,
yeah. So this is a hamburger, this
but
is a hot
how?
dog.
But how the fuck is a hot dog like this, Crunch? Ain't
Bro,
nobody eating a hot
You,
dog
Poppy, you
straight
dropping
up
all
like
your
this.
toppings, all your
yeah,
toppings
but
on
it's
the ground.
long
That shit
ways, so that
smearing
man.
all through your all through your arms.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just yeah.
Hablando de
But
eso,
I think
hablando
it
de
has to
eso.
do with the bun because the hot dog bun's cut down the middle and a hamburger cut like this.
Yeah, yeah, I could see, but say it like that, but
Sigo sin
No,
entender la,
yeah,
la, la
yeah,
constitución de la comida que tengas que comértelo
so
así, o sea.
yeah.
no, but this makes sense though because it this would kind of leads me to
No,
my
the
question.
hamburger, the bun makes sense, a lot more sense than
So
the
what
actual
weird
hot
things you were,
dog being like
yeah.
this. It's
A
not.
So
Pepe le
what
gusta
weird
doble
things were you
salchicha.
taught? Think about it though. What weird things you were taught as a kid that never left you? That's one thing for me. That's a weird thing as a kid that's never left me since I was little. That's how I know certain things. It's like when you talk, like you go left and right, you put the L, and then that's left, and then the right is the one that doesn't look right. You see what I'm saying? So
So
little
I
things like
used to
that
use
teach you.
that. Yeah, yeah, I used to use that when I was a kid. Not no more.
So what?
But as a kid, I
Listen,
definitely used it. But
I'm
there's
telling you.
something I still use as a kid, which is bunny ears to tie my shoes. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I
But
tie
it's
them in the knot,
true.
loop, loop, you exit, and you fucking flip it through.
Nah,
I
chico.
don't
It,
give a fuck what nobody says.
it's
Like a
no,
little kid. That's
but
me.
those are things that don't leave you. There, everybody has that embedded in them. Like, and then remember, since we all came from different areas, it could be very different. Like, what's one for you, last,
That I can remember from school.
or
Say
from
no
your
to
kid that
drugs.
stuck with you? We all
Yeah,
failed on
yeah, it
that one.
had nothing. Yeah, yeah, it had nothing to do with school.
I'm
No, no.
just saying, like things.
I don't know, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. My memories of school has absolutely nothing to do with productivity, man. It's all bad things, brother.
He didn't
Porquería.
say he didn't say no to
Like I
drugs.
used to be in the portables. So in the portables, realistically, the only thing that we did learn was,
You did. You rode the short
Como
bus.
lunchtime.
apuñalar
You did.
gente.
I want to
You
go
did
back
in the
here.
short bus. Short bus.
Haida always wanted to know why is it that I stick to a certain time frame when it's lunchtime, right? I'm like a little kid when it comes to that. That all came from the portables, Haida. We ate lunch in our class.
Oh, you were in the special classes. I got it.
he
Con
rode the
razón me
short bus.
preguntó hoy. Con razón me preguntó hoy que si las personas con condiciones especiales las ponían aparte o las tenían
Yes,
un saco.
Papi, por eso es que te preguntaba. Yo me vine a enterar in middle school that there was a whole other section to the school. I was like, there's students in there?
what
I'm
Laz
I'm
is
I'm
not saying.
exaggerating, but
Y que a
What
mí
Laz
nadie
is
me
not.
dijo.
What Laz is not saying. He used to wear a helmet to school.
I had that little leather helmet, looking like I was a part of the Wild Hogs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hablando de película, that shit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it was hilarious. That shit was funny.
Hey, but going back to the topic of earlier, what is a right way and the wrong way to eat a hot dog around your boys? If you're
Según
eating,
Crunchy, así.
if you're
Con
eating a
extra
hot
salsa
dog,
en la punta.
how do you not eat a hot dog around your boys for it not to be weird?
So I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We ain't eating hot dogs that day. We eating hamburgers.
See, that makes it weird because now I'm starting to understand Heido likes to eat his hot dogs in
And peace,
secret.
motherfucker. Without you judging me. Me trying to eat a fucking hot dog.
Do you make eye contact while you're eating the hot
Lo
dog?
agarras así y lo muerdes en el medio.
Or you grab this.
Lo
Right
muerdes
down
en
the
el medio.
Oh shit.
But nah, they gotta be weird shit. What about you, friend? Do you remember anything from when you were a kid or something that it's like, oh yeah, that's how I remember how to do something? De nene chiquito.
En
No,
la
internet.
escuela.
I'm not gonna lie, I learned my left and right the way Crunchy says, where this one's a L and this one's not. But I don't use it no more, Crunch, because obviously I know what's my left and right now. But
Let me ask y'all a question, and this is not for you, Frank. Derecha y izquierda, ¿quién se la sabe? You two
derecha,
motherfuckers que son, bueno, Heido probably knows this one.
¿Cómo así?
I say that because Crunchy's, Crunchy is I think it's already said. I have no idea.
I
Como que no
am a
sabes cuál
man.
es la izquierda y la derecha. O sea, no entiendo.
I am
Pero
a
¿sabes
real
qué le-
American. I
Oh, yo
fight for the
sé.
rights of every man. I
No,
am a
no,
real
no. I
American.
know lo que es izquierda, derecha. Eso sí yo me lo sé. ¿Y tú? ¿Te la sabes, Crunchy?
Hell no, nigga. I'm American.
He said, I know left and right, buddy.
That's right. That's right.
Ay, cabrón.
I
Frank,
can guess.
¿Qué?
¿y tú? ¿Qué te acuerdas tú de la escuela específico que aprendiste que hasta el sol de hoy es algo que todavía utilizas?
Nada, sinceramente. Es que, no sé.
Good. It's good that everybody learned nothing.
Nothing. This goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that school does not determine how successful you are in life.
Es que una vez a mí me dijeron, y algo que me marcó bastante, creo que eso es lo único que aprendió, que una nota no determina tu inteligencia o no te determina a ti mismo, ¿me entiendes?
Can I ask you a question?
Ya,
When the last time you used geometry in your day-to-day?
nunca.
I use it all the time.
No, chico.
Fuck no.
Yeah. No, for real. So the reason why I use geometry because
Te quiero ver sacando cuenta.
No. So I'm gonna tell you why I use geometry. So when I'm sparring and boxing, I have to use different angles to get in there. So by me legit pivoting my foot in an acute angle or anything like that, I'm using
Yo te
geometry.
voy a decir algo, Crunchy.
Crunchy, que, espérate, déjame medirte el ángulo
cabrón.
de la hipotenusa.
No, but that's all geometry. Cause think about it. It's like when you shoot pool. Shooting pool is geometry. It's the same thing when you pivot your foot and you shoot for an angle. You're using geometry. It's just you don't look at it as a literal write it down, but you're using geometry.
Yo lo uso con Punisher.
So I use geometry because I bust all three of y'all asses in pool.
No, that is geometry. Cause think about it. You measure it out and you measure the angle and you shoot.
Crunchy, que sí, sí.
Yo no te lo
Claro.
creo. Yo no te lo creo.
I know you
Mira.
want to be right, Crunch, but I can't give you this one, brother.
I'm telling you, if you're on a 180-degree axis and I tell you to rotate 90 degrees, what's that?
Mira lo que yo te voy a decir, Crunchy. El día que yo te vea usando geometry around me and we get into a fight and you trying to measure shit out, nigga.
But
You see
you're
him
measuring it.
Wait, who is the shit that?
Sí, sí, sí.
The only math I'm doing is how many motherfuckers in front of me and how many rounds I got in my mag, bro.
No, but so remember, a 90-degree angle is a direct left because it's a straight like an L. So if you're moving 90 degrees, you're rotating your whole entire body that way. So you are using geometry.
Maybe subconsciously you're using it.
Yeah, in your brain. I'm not with a damn protractor. It's like, okay, I have my damn.
I feel like that's what you was talking about,
See,
gang.
see. I
I'ma
did
keep it
too.
fucking
I
with
did too.
But yeah, that's how. But no, there's certain things I agree that there's. Have you ever used Pythagorean theorem in your fucking life?
Papi, I don't even know what that means.
A squared plus B squared equals
No,
C
pues
squared.
sí, bueno.
I
Right?
just
You've
want,
never. It's
listen.
like
First of all, and nowhere in money counting is there a plus B plus C. There's none.
exactly.
There's a $1 bill, a $5 bill, a 20, and 100, and a
And you
50.
can get twos. You can get twos in certain banks.
You can get twos. Yeah, that's
¿Qué,
what I know how to count.
qué materias creen que deberían de darse que de verdad sea útil pues, para el día a día?
Finances. I think
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Finances
I
for
think if
sure.
kids, at least in my son's school, he's learned a little bit about finances. He had a class on learning stocks and how to understand, investments. But I think that is so much more useful for kids than teaching them this whole geometry bullshit.
I
But,
agree.
So
yeah,
I say to that aspect, I say more credit than finance. I
pero es que
think
eso
that's
toca
where
ahí.
we fail. Yeah, everything falls in financial, but I think I remember me growing up and I found out what was credit at 18 years old. I didn't know what it was. Nobody kind of broke it down for me. They were like, here, this is kind of you cogen prestado and you pay it back. And then I was like, as a kid, I'm like, man, and if I don't pay back, what? Oh, I don't get nothing? Shit. Sweet, shit,
Ran off on the plug twice.
shit. What you talking about?
Oh,
No, I
man.
agree. I agree because man, they didn't teach you shit. I learned
But
what
that's what
not
I'm
to do.
saying. Yeah. But now, if I would have known that when I was 18, what I know now, you see what I'm saying? My credit would be
Excellent.
way better than what it is now. It's gotten way better now, but it's because I started importándome what was credit. And the
I,
truth is, you can buy anything with credit. If you have a high credit, you can just be in the lot and be like, yo, I want that.
Papi,
Sign me up.
hay gente que pueden ir, con la mitad para comprar un carro. El carro te sale en 20,000 pesos y tú vas con 10,000 y tú no tienes el crédito suficiente para que te aprueben por lo menos the worst possible line of credit, you can't get the car,
Yeah.
even with a 50% down payment.
Yep.
So,
you know what they need to bring back? The presidential fitness test.
¿qué es eso?
So growing up, and they did it yearly. There was a test that there was standards that we were at. So like push-ups, sit-ups, how far you can stretch, how far you can jump, running, and they'll time you. It was a presidential fitness test, and they don't do that no more.
Is
Like
that
you would,
maybe I remember this differently, but I remember. Be mindful here of the kind of
Remember.
classes I was in.
It said, y'all went outside?
Listen.
Y'all changed class?
Listen, we had the YMCA. Oh man, we did.
Nah,
We
look it up, lads, really quick on your computer. Presidential fitness test. I'm telling you, that was a legit thing. That it was like they'll tell you what percentile are you in with the country and everything like that. The reason I say they need it is because
presidential what?
fitness tests in school. Because if you think of it now, like, well, listen, we don't let ourselves down about a lot of things. Like half the kids don't know what PE is. They skip. There's virtual PE. Like
Oh,
what
shit.
the fuck?
I used to do it twice a year.
Yep.
Papi, esto no puede ser, Crunchy.
Bueno, yo me crié en Puerto Rico, donde
qué
se
verga
hacía
le
la
habrá
carrera
salido?
del pavo, papi.
No, yo
Like,
digo because esto empezó en 1985.
Yep.
GG.
en Puerto Rico no hacían eso. En Puerto Rico había el field day y la carrera del pavo.
No, we have
Cogía-
field day too.
They
you
chased
would
around
have
turkeys.
no, listen, yeah. You would have
Gallo, cabrón.
you would no. That was la carrera de la guinea. They would chase a guinea, and if you catch it, you win. But there was a little carrera where they would put little kids, right, on your grade, and you would race them. And whoever come in first gets the biggest pavo. The second place person gets a smaller pavo, and then the third place nigga got one of those rotisserie chickens. One of those nah, sin cocinar. One of those rotisserie style chickens like this big, and that's what's the three prizes. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all know my el pana mío Jay. Maybe not you, Crunch, but ese cabrón will win that carrera every fucking year. That nigga was fast as fuck, bro. I'm talking about that nigga. Him and his brother, they would take it for both grades, which is wild as hell. So Jay competia in the higher grade and his brother in the lower grade, and he take both of them. Estaba cabrón. That shit was fun. I
No, but
remember those days, bro.
Laz, what is the Presidential Fitness set? Like I said, it's like push-ups, sit-ups, all
Yeah,
that shit,
yeah.
right?
Did it twice a year.
Sí, pero ¿cuál es la finalidad de eso, pues?
Participants must reach these levels in all 5 events in order to qualify for the National Physical Fitness Award. These levels represent the 50th. Yo no entiendo esto, though. This is cabrón.
Es
pero-
que no le enseñaron a leer.
You
No, no, no,
remember
cabrón.
what classes he was in, guys? Come on.
Mire, pero lo que le voy a decir, canto de cabrones. You know, I was gonna say something, but this is probably not appropriate to add to the video.
Fuck it, Adam, what's up?
No, this was split between boys and girls nowadays.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not
yeah.
like that nowadays.
That's probably why they stopped doing
Testing
it. Because
guidelines.
Yep. That makes sense though, because they're not doing it no more.
So I have a question, right? It's gonna be a controversial question. So I don't know if we're gonna keep it in the podcast. It has nothing to do with what we were doing.
Esta es una de las que dijimos que no íbamos a hablar.
Curl up test, curl up tip,
Probably.
curl up scoring, partial curl ups.
Mira cómo le hace el huevón, mira, y cambia el tema.
No, pero es porque Crunchy esto es lo que me estaba preguntando.
Yeah, so I'm
shuttle
saying, like,
run? Is shuttle
they
run
need to bring up-
suicides?
Yeah, shuttle run. So this is all
Endurance
stuff.
run, walk, pull ups.
Yep. So think about this right now. How many? Because like I have nieces and nephews and stuff like that, and this is just basic stuff that they don't go over no more. So like, imagine that. So my understanding was this was designed to kind of keep you physically fit. And listen, it's from the government, so they're kind of training people that they know in the future, trying to get them in the military. We all know that. That's like because if you test high, it's like, oh, they try to recruit you.
There's no financial gains for them healthy kids, brother.
Correct. It's the truth. It's 100% true. But they need to bring it back because if I would have stuck to it, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. Me and Frank could speak on that heavily because we made dramatic life changes to us. And if that simple stuff would have kept going on, we probably wouldn't be where we're at right now.
What Crunchy is saying, I don't take out on the idol. Voy a poner una foto, Crunchy, the before and after, because I seen what you put on Instagram, and I was like, God damn, nigga, I didn't notice.
Not
I
only
didn't notice
Crunch,
it.
him
I
too.
didn't notice.
Yeah, Fran also.
My boy Fran looked like an ambondiga at one point, bro.
For some reason,
My
right?
boy now is lighter than I am. I'm fatter than Fran is.
Crunchy's face never was like fat. Like
Sí, no, pero
Fran's-
esa foto que puso.
Fran's head was like a pit bull, like a
That's so
nigga. That shit was a balloon, nigga.
Yeah, I'm
That shit was like this. His cachete were como una ardilla, like if they stuck a bunch of nuts, like a bunch of nuts in your mouth.
Jesus Christ.
Yo te voy a hablar
You
claro.
couldn't stand like a chipmunk, nigga.
No se reconocen, de verdad que no, cabrón. Mira,
Nah, way
Crunchy
different.
puso la foto. ¿Cuándo fue eso? Ayer, Crunch.
Yeah, at wrestling because they took pictures of us last year holding the belts, and my friend had it. She was, I'm gonna send it to you, and I was like, Jesus Christ! And then like it's crazy because I'm like, it looks so different.
Bro,
Yeah, definitely different.
Yeah, I was definitely dumbfounded because it's crazy because ever since I've known Crunch to be big. And what is taking you, Crunch, like 6 months now? 7 months?
So August, September, October, yeah,
Almost a year?
we're quit. Well, in
Fran,
August will be a year.
¿Cuánto tiempo llevas tú, Fran? Fran está fuera de frame. Yo no sé si soy yo.
Voy
Yeah,
como
he's
para...
like this. Again.
Perdón. Sí, que
No,
estamos bien.
stop.
Voy como para 2 años. En octubre, en noviembre, algo así. Tengo 2 años.
¿Cuál fue el peak tuyo de peso?
De más peso,
Ujú.
como 338, algo así.
¿Y ahora?
203.
Nigga,
Ah, eso mismo carga el
Fran.
mío.
That's crazy. Escucha, yo peso. Fran, tú mides que 5'10", ¿verdad?
5'11" o 5'12" más o menos.
Yo mido 5'5" y
5'12",
peso 220.
no existe el 5'12", papá.
Bueno, 6 pues.
No
Actually,
existe.
That shit went over my head, nigga.
5'11", 5'12".
¿Sabe por qué digo eso? Yo sé
soy
que eso es
12.
6. No, yo sé que eso es 6.
Yo soy 5'13", papá.
¿Sabes por qué digo así? Yo sé que eso es 6. Una vez me fui a hacer unos exámenes y la caraja me puso en la hoja 5'12".
No way. That's one of those.
Fue en Quest o en Advent Health.
That's what I was about to say. That's one of those CNAs that got the certification right there that she's a bad bitch and her son's name is Aiden. That's her. That's one of them. That's like her son's name is fucking Aiden, and she's the and she drives a Nissan Altima with the scrubs. That's who that is. Fuck, oh, Jesus Christ.
You're stupid. He said I'm 5'13", nigga. Ay, cabrón. Ya no puedo
My
más con la
bad.
risa, bro. Lo que sí puedo decirle es que de acuerdo estoy que yo conocí a Fran cuando lo conocí por la primera vez. That motherfucker was huge compared to now. Y ahora
Yeah, no, he
es
looks
menor
great.
que yo.
Yo pensé que te estabas robando una aspiradora.
Yeah.
Ah, sí.
cuando
Me
no se enredó.
Puede ser.
Help him. Baby Jesus.
Oh, man.
Se bajó de la cadera.
Ya mismo se levanta y se mete contra la
Mira,
pared.
tumbó la silla.
Bitch.
Yo cuando conocí a Las, yo pensé que se estaba robando una aspiradora.
Y
Oh,
Crunch
yo lo mandé a buscar de verdad a
Yeah.
Winter Garden.
me mandó a casa el carajo. Yo dije, no, yo güey, eso no es tan lejos. 1 hora y media para llegar.
Y yo se lo dije, marico, le dije, yo, you sure it's far. Y él, papi, eso queda ahí al lado. Y yo, ok. Yo, ok, papi, si tú lo dices.
Allá al lado de la puñeta.
Y después me llamó, cabrón, esto es lejos con cojones, cabrón. Y yo, cabrón, sí, yo te lo dije.
Yo estuve a punto de no darle la aspiradora, ¿viste? Porque
El cabrón
tú no
ni
me
me
avisaste
saludó.
nada.
Ni me saludó. Yo dije, ya lo que este tipo más. tipo más cabrón. Y mira, cabrón, eso para que tú veas que a veces uno no puede buscar a la gente sin conocerlo. Porque mira, ahora terminamos pana de verdad. Y Crunch, yo cuando conocí a Crunch, yo pensé que Crunch era un maleante, cabrón. Yo dije, no, este cabrón va a saltar a todo el mundo aquí en este cosa.
That's just funny as hell.
Him and that damn Pathfinder.
Yo
Yo,
conocí
I miss that truck. I miss that truck so much.
Yo lo conocí a los dos ustedes en AT&T, pero Crunch had no sense. Back in the day.
I was legit.
Yo no me acuerdo cuándo conocí yo a Jairo. Yo creo que una vez
Cuando
Jairo
te
llegó a
boté.
mi tienda. Jairo, no, yo creo que fue antes.
Cuando te boté.
Sí.
Oh, I remember that. Oh my God, yeah.
Le cantó la canción y todo, cabrón.
Cabrón.
Esa fue una de las primeras veces que nos vimos.
Sí, sí.
I fucking remember
I think
that.
I had seen him like once before that. I think.
Yeah.
It was like una vez. Pero then the second time I saw him, it was para botarlo.
Qué cojones, mano.
And look at us now. BFFs.
Besties.
Bye.
Oh, man. No, pero
algún día tenemos que contar esas historias aquí.
yo
Sí,
cuando yo conocí a Jairo por primera vez, que yo llegué a la tienda de AT&T y dije, diablo, bro, esto se jodió, este cabrón se ve que es estricto con cojones. Papi, ya a las 2
Bicho
horas
más
de estar-
pato que nadie.
ya de estar ahí a las 2 horas, yo dije, diablo, esto lo que tiene es un vacío. Este cabrón
que borrar
títere.
esto no se puede decir, cabrón.
Mira,
Eso
cabrón.
Gonna get me fired before. Dice, hey, ve acá. Déjame enseñarte
Before
este
next week.
video que ustedes
No,
hicieron.
pero
aquí.
escucha, en 2 días de estar en ese training, papá, yo vi a Jairo 2 veces. Hey, papá, let me talk to you real quick. No volvieron.
Sí, sí. Tú sabes, eso yo no tengo piedad. Eso
No,
yo,
no,
cuando dice, hey, hay que votarle, ok, pues vamos allá. You know, I do what I need to do.
ese
Es
salía
que,
de atrás con el cal.
es que cuando yo voté a Frank, no me tocaba. That one me molestó because ese no me tocaba. So
Ese
that
no.
one I
Yeah,
was
I
mad.
remember.
I was
We're
telling
not
Crunchy,
naming names.
I was like, oh, Crunch, this is bullshit that I have to go and fire these people. This is not even my fucking district. Fuck this shit. But I went anyway, and I was like, all right, guys, wrap it up. Let's go. I went to the back. Give me the keys.
A
Them
cortar
niggas looked
rabo y
at me.
oreja.
All of
Yeah,
them looked at me like, both of them were like, what? I was like, yeah, y'all can't work here no more. Can I get your keys, please?
Damn.
And they were like, I was like, all
Yo
right.
me acuerdo que
Thank you.
Jairo me dijo una vaina así como que tienes que entregar las llaves y no te puedes acercar a la tienda a más de 10 metros porque te llamamos a la policía, una cosa así.
Well, it was because I copied whatever they told me that I had to say. They were like,
Jairo
"Yo,
era
tell them
aceptado.
they trip." Yeah, yeah. They're like, "Nah, because Bruno no." And ese coño también pela. Yo,
Oh,
and the
Ese
crazy
sí
thing,
quedó traumado, ¿viste?
I
lo
was
más,
gonna say, the crazy thing is, we called. I didn't call them back, but Ernie called them back, and I was with Ernie when he was calling them back. And when they called Bruno, that nigga was like, "Fuck you,
Fuck you
motherfucker."
niggas.
Straight like that. He was like, fuck y'all guys. But Frank was like, fuck, I need the job. Sign me up, cup.
He said, I'll be
Yeah.
there tomorrow. Can y'all
That's
pay me
a
for the
fuck.
day that y'all kicked me out?
For real, like y'all paying me for that shit.
Oh, qué cómico, cabrón. Dijimos que no íbamos a hablarle de trabajo y mira.
Yeah, but that place don't exist no more, so it's
Sí,
okay. It
sí,
don't
Yeah,
count.
yeah, that's
sí, sí.
that place is
¿Cuál era
gone.
el tema? ¿Cuál era el tema?
Papi,
We was
empezamos
talking about
hablando de
fat
hot dog y
people
hamburgues.
and fat people too.
Y de hot dog hamburgues terminamos hablando del weight
So,
loss.
¿qué prefieren ustedes, pasta o arroz?
Rice all day. I'm a rice person, buddy.
So
Yo voy a
I
decir
tell
arroz porque la
everybody
pasta
arroz y
empalaga
habichuela,
rápido para mí.
so
arroz
Frank,
y
Rochi,
since surgery.
habichuela, and
Rochi, tú
whatever
estás
money.
conmigo, ¿qué es la pasta?
So the problem is this: since surgery, pasta still sits weird with me. I can get away with
Oh,
rice,
obviamente,
but
obviamente,
pasta,
pero
like I'll be like, oh,
no,
but
no, no,
rice,
pero
I can eat, man.
fuera de la cirugía, fuera de la
Oh
cirugía.
yeah, I would
Les
fuck
digo
pasta
algo.
up. I would fuck pasta up. Yeah.
Yo se lo he dicho a Jairo que la ropa a mí no es algo que puedo comer todos los días. Quizá a lo mejor las cosas estén malas, pero yo he estado comiendo arroz for like 8 days straight y arroz, papi, arroz
Bro,
pega con
you
todo,
So
cabrón.
lo que
Arroz
pasa
con
es que
pasta. Escucha,
you can
El
do
arroz
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 aguanta
con
con
todo.
picadillo, el arroz aguanta todo, veo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Arroz goes with everything. Es que arroz, habichuela junta, arroz y habichuela separada, arroz
Huevo
amarillo,
frito.
Papi, todo eso yo
arroz
lo he
con
comido con
pollo.
pasta. Todo eso yo lo he comido con pasta.
So, but you asked me what I would prefer. You can ask my mom. I can eat
Obviamente. Sí.
rice beans, and whatever meat. I can eat
what I'm
that all
doing
day.
now.
Y una
So
pregunta, hablando de la palabra arroz bien rápido, antes que se me olvide.
En Venezuela hay pasta.
En
Parece,
Venezuela, en Venezuela, le iba a preguntar eso. Hey, allá hay pasta.
Yo la pregunta que iba a hacer es que, porque yo me he criado con ambas partes de mi familia, boricua y cubana. Más boricua que nada, pero yo nunca he entendido por qué los boricuas les raspan la R a todos. En mi familia no hacen eso. Los más viejos sí, mi abuelo, mi abuela, todos raspaban la R, pero todos los jóvenes, nadie raspa la R. It's weird to
Pero
me when I hear
como
that.
si se afincan, como que la hacen
No,
más...
En vez de arroz,
ajo,
dicen arroz.
ajo,
Oh, ok.
tajo,
We don't do that.
tajo.
Pero las dice
Hey.
las una.
I agree with that one, Raz. You want to
Eso
talk
no
shit
tiene nada que ver,
about
estoy
us,
hablando de la R.
but us Puerto Ricans don't say una.
for
We
so
say una.
let me translate for the non-Latinos. They're talking about rice and one.
Nah, so what we're saying is that Puerto Ricans scrape off the R in every word that starts with the R. I don't understand why though, because it's not a common thing for me. At least not in my family.
That's funny.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So hey, no,
We were talking
no, but
about arroz versus pasta, and this
It's
thing is
because
like
you said arroz, and I
talking
realized
about
that
that.
you don't. I realized you don't scrape the R too, so I was like, then it's not just us.
No, but
It's
I
maybe
trained
the
myself.
older
No,
generation.
no. I trained myself to not because I remember I said casco one time, and these girls said "rieron de mí" because they were like, "Ah, que charro," and I never wanted.
Traumado.
Yeah, I never wanted to feel embarrassed of how I spoke. So I made sure carro, I made sure arroz, I
Con
made sure.
razón.
Yeah,
Con
yeah,
Con
yeah.
razón lo
razón
dice
en uno.
así, like
No,
he's
no.
like he's like he's roaring. Carro.
fuck those bitches.
Con razón en uno de los
Fuck them
videos Jairo
hoes.
me dice que mira, yo voy a hablar en inglés porque es que en español parezco retrasado.
But to sound better, I sound better in English than I do in Spanish. That's why I speak.
And,
I
and
prefer
let's
to speak English.
segue on this, everybody. Boys and girls, don't bully people the way they talk. Everybody may have an accent or something like that. It hurts people's feelings. Nobody likes to get picked on. I remember I fought a person in
Pussies.
middle school because he no legit.
He beat me to it. I was about to go ape shit. Just
Nah,
now.
so let me tell you, I had a kid who used to call me Chug-a-Lug, and he stole my breadstick, and I snuffed that nigga right in the face.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? And I agree with Crunch. I'm not a fan of bullying, but
Ahí
this
viene
is
la funa.
why. This is why you need to condition your children for the world out there, because the world is not gonna be kind to them. So
Facts.
when I see my
Bueno,
kids,
es
the
como-
first thing I
es
do when I
como-
come in through the door is I have a couple of roast lines ready for them. You know, whether it be my son or the little one. You know,
Es como yo te dije.
I tell
en-
Danny
en-
all the time he could join football and not need a helmet. Just paint the number on the side of that motherfucker head.
Es como yo te dije, en Venezuela está como normalizado el bullying y allá no existe eso, o sea, allá todo el mundo jode con todo el mundo y ya.
But that's different though. But like I agree with that. But I'm talking about like what Haida was talking about. Like they fucked with the way he speaks, and it made him feel in
No,
a way that he had to.
but
This
it wasn't in that
motherfucker's
way.
the biggest.
Yeah.
I know
Don't-
that.
It's
Se pone
still
Jairo
good.
delicadito.
Que yo conozco,
So,
papi, que no
no,
te sape una.
Pero fue después de eso.
It's still, but it
Después de que
still
las
affected
niñas
me.
lo trataron mal, él
It was
que se
it was
ponía
then
así.
I became a villain. And
He's a
that's
savage.
that's
But it
when I
still
became a
affected him.
villain. No,
A
so
ese cabrón no se le escapa ni una, papi.
what it made me feel crunch is the people that spoke like that was retarded. And I didn't want to
Correct,
feel
yeah.
that. I'm not
You
gonna
don't
lie.
want to be.
They made
He
me
said,
feel
"What,
like if I
Chubby
was
Laz?"
Nah, they made me feel stupid. So I didn't want to
Shit.
feel stupid. So I
Correct, yeah,
never
that's what
want
I'm
to feel
saying,
stupid.
yeah. I am in the same boat as you, brother.
You know,
So
the closest thing I could compare to that is when I found out the difference between the portables and the main building. That's that feeling Heidel's talking about. I was like, damn. Yeah, I had
His helmet
that
is-
light bulb.
he was going like this with his helmet.
I had that little leather helmet on, playing. Crunch is like, well, how did I become friends with these scumbags?
Nah, but
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I just learned how to say arroz and
Sí, porque
carro.
usted sabe la-
Ya, papi, que tú quieres que te diga. Es de costumbre.
Ay, cabrón. ¿Tú sabes que yo me di de cuenta que el escudo de Capitán América parece más la bandera boricua que associated to the American flag?
Sale Jairo.
Why you think we rocking it, my brother?
Captain Puerto Rico.
Captain
¿No lo vieron en la parada, cabrón? El tipo de Capitán América vestido con la bandera de Puerto Rico.
Of course.
No.
Sí. Ey,
I saw the Power Ranger dressed with the Puerto Rican flag.
was that what I
That
said?
one looked flyer.
That might
They
have
have
been what I said.
they got the Power Ranger, they got the Mandalorian, they got a Stormtrooper, they got everything. Puerto Ricans, we do some weird shit.
Crunch.
So
¿Fuiste tú que enviaste esos tenis de Star Wars? Those Nikes?
yeah, you seen them, the Darth Vader ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off
That'd
topic.
be some
my
good
bad.
shit. It's like
Thank you.
squirrel.
¿Qué me dicen?
But hey, we gotta do this or that, Heido.
Of what, motherfucker?
A hot dog and hamburger.
Hot dogs and
No,
hamburger,
no,
rice and
la
pasta.
real. No, la real. ¿Pizza o hamburguesa?
Okay,
Mm.
rewind.
No. Let's.
No, hold on.
I
What
can give
did you say? What did you just
No,
say? Frank?
vamos.
Did this nigga just said Pixar? What the fuck? ¿Qué oyendo, Frank? Oyéndote. Ay, hablando de bullying, mi gente. Hoy
So-
tenemos un entendimiento.
All right. So this or that, rice or pasta. I guess we'll throw that one in there. We already know the outcome, right?
Yeah.
I'm rice all day. Fran,
Pasta.
crunch.
Pero
I'ma go-
de
I'ma go
pasta
rice.
pene o
Ellos le gusta
Pene sin la pasta.
pasta pene, hold the pasta.
pasta. Extra on the pene.
And you, Les? Arroz.
Arroz,
A él denle el pene sin la pasta y sin arroz.
el arroz con el pene.
Hey, this is chicken wings or chicken tenders?
Chicken tenders.
Chicken wings, papi. Chicken tenders.
Chicken
with
wings. Chicken wings for me too. I'm sorry. I can eat
No
a
offense.
whole
Chicken tenders.
bucket of chicken wings. I swear I can't.
Yeah, bro.
I just can't. I can't start like when you cheat.
Papi,
Tenders
no
all
ni
day.
venga que tú estabas hablando de comer los dos así, cabrón. Si ya me vengas a hablar del pollo. Que no te gusta
Crunch.
por el hueso.
So crunch check. Chicken tender. You said wings. Frank, what you said?
Wings.
Wings all day, all
Yeah.
day. And now to Frank's point, pizza or hamburger or cheeseburgers, whatever floats your boat on the burger
I'm
side.
going pizza.
I'm gonna go cheeseburgers.
Burgers.
Burgers.
Think I gotta go-
Burger, brother.
I think I gotta go pizza because they nothing like a mom and pop shop.
But y'all
cheese
northerners, bro.
pizza.
That's why.
Yeah, that
Cheese
is true.
pizza, bro.
Very northern
That
influence.
should be
Yeah.
hit.
J1, yeah.
That should be hitting. That cheese pizza be smacking. I ain't even gonna
So
hold.
greasy that you could see through the plate.
Y'all up north niggas love pizza, bro.
That should be
That shit
hitting.
hit. That shit hit, yeah.
But
Nah, but the thing is, I don't like well, I'll eat it obviously, like Papa John's, Domino's, all those like mainstream pizzas. But
Well-
my go-to is Anthony's Pizza or like a little deli
just don't
pizza
get caught
type
looking at the
shit.
waitress.
Nah, yeah, hell, no. That day was wild, but it was culpa tuya, maricón.
My boy did like this.
That's how I looked up at her ass for real. She was like this. That's how she was looking at me.
Oh shit, bro! When I came back, that I was reading Heidel's messages. She was standing there. I just started laughing, bro. Oh man.
¿Cuál
Bueno, mi
creen
gente,
ustedes que sea la mejor entre la franquicia de pizza?
that's a tough one. But for me, I would say it's usually Papa John's. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Lately, the Papa John I've been getting is trash, bro. But I thought Papa John definitely is better than Pizza. Pizza Hut sucks. So that leaves Domino's.
So Pizza Hut's pizza sucks, but I don't know if you've tried their Alfredo pasta shit. That shit smacks.
No, pero estamos
That
hablando de
shit
pizza.
smacks. Yeah, but if we go off of pizza, it's between Papa John's and probably Domino's. I'm not a fan of Little Caesars
Marcos
pizza.
is good. Have you guys had Marcos?
Marcos is the
It's
move
fire.
right now.
Really?
Marcos is starting to
La cuestión es que Marcos creo que no es tan grande
So-
como Papa
so-
John.
No, lo que pasa con Marco para mí, right? And Chase, right? And Chase, they had a 15% discount, whatever.
he's
And
started.
guess, every time there was a pizza party, guess where that motherfucker was from? So I ate so much Marco's pizza que me daba hasta asco.
I do have a question. Why the fuck is it always a pizza party? For
Porque es
every
más barato.
maldita sea la madre de los pizza parties, bro. Llegó un punto que ya ni quería salir de pizza, bro. Por culpa del
No.
trabajo.
¿Sabes qué me daba rabia a mí? Cuando tú hacías algo en el trabajo, bueno, te iba bien en el mes y de repente, hey muchachos, aquí tienen una pizza para todos. Ajá.
You're welcome, Frank.
Sí, perro.
Mira qué bustero. ¿Cuántas veces hemos ido al Dairy Queen ese? Que, by the way, that Dairy Queen that was by that store, no other Dairy Queen like it. Yo no sé cómo estaban haciendo ese pollo, but that shit tasted homemade like a motherfucker. Fire.
Las me comió el pollo.
Gay. Bueno, mi gente, cerramos con esa.
Dale.
Bueno, mi gente, there you have it. That was another episode of Press Play. Honestly, we shot the shit.
Puro
today.
lo
We
que
didn't-
era.
Puro lo que era. We didn't have a topic. We kind of just shot the shit.
These are the best shows, bro. They're the best ones.
Hey, if you have an idea for the next topic, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. If you haven't already followed us over on Instagram, pressplay_media. I remembered this time.
Ooh.
Ah,
Después de 30 videos.
No.
no me la vayas a quitar, pa.
Wanna know why he remembered?
Me
Because
la montó.
2 people try to follow us today, and again he was like, I don't know, and I was like, este cabrón siempre cuando cerramos, él siempre dice, hey, I don't know the handle, so lo voy a poner aquí. Pues por eso se lo perdió.
But it is pressplay_media on Instagram. Go ahead and drop a comment below, like, and don't forget to subscribe. Till the next one. Don't forget, press play.
Let's play.
Press play.
Frank, no lo vas a decirle, cabrón.
Bye.
Bye.